No doubt you've heard us speak about how water makes you lose fat. But how do you actually make that a part of your lifestyle? Getting to 100 ounces today on the Personal Edge Fitness Podcast.
Welcome to the Personal Edge Fitness Podcast
with Garrett Williamson.
Health, wellness, exercise, nutrition, and a whole lot more. Got questions? Call us and leave a message at 251-278-EDGE or message us at Personal Edge Fitness on Facebook and Instagram, at Team PE on Twitter, or personaledgefitness.com.
Hey, good day and welcome to the Personal Edge Fitness Podcast. Appreciate you joining us today. If you have any questions about this podcast or any others, please contact us at area code 251-278-3343. That's 251-278-EDGE. Reach out to me. I'm your host, Garrett Williamson, president of Personal Edge Fitness. You can reach me at Garrett, Garrett, at personaledgefitness.com. That is also our website, of course, personaledgefitness.com, and of course our Facebook page, Personal Edge Fitness. Now, we're going to start a series here of what we call quick hits. And that is, there are a lot of things that we do that maybe not warrant an entire podcast. Maybe it's a little bits of information to talk to you about different things going on or different myths that we found, but they don't make up a full podcast. Or, as in today's episode, things that we've covered in the past, but yet haven't given you a step-by-step way to complete them, or maybe we need to add a little bit to it. Why not start with my favorite topic? Y'all know what it is. Here comes the sound effect. Drinking in water. Making sure that we're taking in enough water to make a difference in our lives. What is a difference? Well, if you've heard this, now you've heard me talk about this before, and if you're watching this on social media, on YouTube, or you're seeing that there's a poster board behind me. Now, you can't see it as well through this camera, but you can through this camera here, listing several different things that drinking water does. And you've heard me talk about this before. If you haven't, I encourage you to check out podcast number 4, talking about the miracle pills, what I like to call it. I think it's actually titled The Secret to Fat Loss. It talks about the amazing benefits of what I call the miracle pill, which is, of course, water. And if you've heard me speak on the program, if you've ever heard any of the programs, you most likely have heard me talk about how much water we need. And you've heard me do the list. And the list is recommended by the American Dietary Association, the American Medical Association, Harvard Medical, Stanford Medical, Pritikin Clinic, Mayo Clinic, Cleveland Clinic, Cooper Clinic. I can keep going on and on and on and on. Every single one of these entities recommend at minimum, every person should take in at least 100 ounces of water a day. Now, most of the time when I talk to people about that, I get it's perplexing. I get all kinds of reactions about how difficult they feel that is. And actually, it's not. But I also do know that I take a lot of time for those clients of ours that we're able to get to be successful in taking in 100 ounces a day. There's a step-by-step process they use to get there. And so in our first quick hits, we're going to actually take you through that process. I'm going to show you here, and I hope you're watching this on video. If not, I'm going to get as descriptive as I possibly can. But if you get a chance to check this podcast out on video, I recommend you do so. And you'll see me show you the steps here to actually making this part of your lifestyle. Now, I keep using the word lifestyle. This is a lifestyle change. If you're not drinking this amount of water, and when I say that, if you tell me that all you're drinking is water, that doesn't tell me that you're drinking enough water. Unless you're tracking it, I guarantee you're not drinking enough. So if you're not drinking enough, which over 70% of adults are not drinking enough water, I promise you, this is the way to make it a part of your life for the rest of your life and make significant, again, on this poster board here, significant health changes. The most important, of course, is weight loss. Now, the best thing to do is to find a sizable bottle. Now, of course, I've got our Personal Edge bottle here. This is a new one that I'm holding in my right hand. Of course, I've got my trusty water bottle that you will not see me without when I'm in any kind of social situation or any situation that allows me to have a water bottle. I don't take it into a restaurant, but I do have it in church with me. But you want to make sure that you've got a bottle, and I say sizable, 16 ounces at minimum, if not more. I would say at least a 20-ounce bottle. This happens to be a 20-ounce bottle. I've used 24, I've used 32, whatever works for you. But you got to find a bottle that you can take with you everywhere, and I mean everywhere. I'm on my clients about this all the time. Do you have your water bottle with you? Yes, it's out in my car. That's not with you. That's in the vicinity of you, but that's not with you. You want this with you at all times, like your cell phone. I've got these readers around my neck. The reason I have these readers around the neck, I don't know if I'm going to use them, when I'm going to use them, but I've got them there. They're with me. They're with me all the time. They're not in my office. They're not downstairs. They're not in my car. I got a spare pair at home. It doesn't matter. They are with me. That's what you want to make sure, that water bottle is with you. and mine goes with me everywhere I go. The second thing you want to do is you want to make sure you have a method of tracking. I'm going to show you a simple method we use to track the water. But the first thing we're going to do with that water bottle is we're going to fill it up, of course, and then we're going to keep it with us for an entire day. Just make sure you've got it with you. Don't try to set any records, even though you may already know, of course, the goal is to get 100 ounces. I implore you, don't try to hit 100 ounces that first day. Don't make that your goal. Make the goal carrying the water bottle around. That is our first lifestyle change, is to make sure that we've got the water bottle with you at all times. Fill it up with water and make sure you're tracking the water that day. How do you track? Let me show you that real quick because it's very easy. If you've ever seen a personalized water bottle, most of any of our clients that have one, you're going to notice there are rubber bands on the bottle. This is very, very important. I'm holding mine up in my left hand here, and my right hand is a new bottle. It's very simple. This is how we track. Once I finish a bottle of water, finish the entire bottle, I'm going to take the rubber bands, and you'll notice they don't leave the bottle. I'm actually going to take a rubber band. These are mounted on the top, and I'm going to move one rubber band from the top all the way down to the bottom, which easily signifies I've had one bottle of water. I know that's a very kindergarten way of doing it. I'm well aware that there are a lot of apps that you can I can go on my phone, I can go track my water. The bottle's over here, your phone's over there. That's why I say make sure you're tracking it on the bottle. If you want to put it in your MyFitnessPal or something, have at it. I highly recommend it, but track it on the bottle. The reason being is if the bottle is with you at all times, which is our goal, then you can look at your bottle and you can see automatically how much water I've had today. And that's why we track it that way. And I promise you, no matter how long you track, I've had over 100 ounces of water a day every single day of my life for the last 23 years. And I still, right now, I have to look. In fact, I'm going to tell y'all at some point in time how much water I've had during the day. I can pick up my water bottle and show it to you. I do not know it off the top of my head. I literally have to look at it going, okay, this band represents 34 ounces, 34, 44, 54, 64, 74, 84, 94 ounces is how much water I've had today. If you don't have it on the bottle and you're not marking it on the bottle, I promise you're not going to know. And so this makes it very easy, very simple to keep up with how much water you've had. That first day, you want to keep the bottle with you at all times. That's our lifestyle change. At the end of that day, see how much you've had to drink. Don't judge yourself. Don't try to set a record. Just see where you are, because that is now going to be your baseline. And the reason I say your baseline is that we need to find out where we're going to start. We're going to find out a simple baseline, something that we can maintain for the next 7 to 9 days. This is why I don't want you to try to set a record. I just want you to see casually, if you have the water bottle with you, how much water are you going to drink? If you go through a full bottle, move a rubber band, fill it up, go through another one, but try to set that very casual baseline. Make it easy for yourself, because we're going to maintain that baseline for the next 7 to 9 days. At the end of 7 to 9 days, we're going to add another bottle. And we're going to keep doing that same exact pattern. Every 7 to 9 days, you're going to add a bottle of water in order to get us up to at least 100 ounces a day. I keep saying at least because you'll find once you get on the roll and once you start doing this, you'll actually be taking in more and more and more and finish a bottle and actually want even more water after that. The reason that 7 to 9 days is so important and maintaining that as a minimum, your baseline, you need to keep that as a minimum. You can go over, but don't dare, not one day, don't dare go under. The reason that's so significant is that's how we teach our bladder to adjust. The common complaint we get is, or fear that we hear, is that I'm going to be running to the bathroom all the time. Well, make it easy on yourself. Allow time for your bladder to adjust. Between 7 and 9 days, your bladder can adjust somewhere between 16 and 32 ounces. If you're a larger individual, you can probably adapt to more. But what ends up happening is much like your stomach is when you feed it too much on a regular basis. You keep feeding it too much, it's eventually going to grow. The stomach is going to grow. The bladder is going to do the same thing. It's going to actually handle larger capacity, and therefore you'll actually make less frequent trips to the bathroom. In other words, it is very easy to have a normal bathroom schedule with 100 plus ounces a day. Look, folks, we were made for this. We're supposed to be taking in this much water. And why is it so important? Check out podcast number 4. It will cover all of these things that I have listed on this board right here behind me. If you need a water bottle, need rubber bands, we've even got personalized rubber bands. Hey, come by and see us. We'll be glad to get you set up and help you track this. We track this in our Catalyst program. We track it in our In It to Lose It program. We track it with our clients when we're talking to them on a daily basis. Folks, there's no easier way to weight loss. There's no easier way to feeling better. There's no easier way to healthier skin. There's no easier way to better organ function. There's no easier way to help build muscle than simply drinking water. Taking in 100 ounces, it's simpler than you think. One more way we help you live your level of wellness.
Thanks for listening to the Personal Edge Fitness Podcast with Garrett Williamson. Subscribe now and be a part of the show by calling 251-278-EDGE or message us on Facebook and Instagram at Personal Edge Fitness or at Team PE on Twitter, and visit us at personaledgefitness.com.